We're here. We're in Mount Komorebi, but we're not going to consider it Mount Komorebi, okay? So today, we are going to build Winterberry in The Sims. Winterberry from Bear and Breakfast in The Sims. Ooh, Foxy, you got Billy Throttle's warm glass of milk. I feel like that's a death sentence on a cold morning. That's something. So, I'm gonna pull it. Ew. Ew, indeed. Ew. I want coffee, boo. I need to show you Hank. Hold on. I need to go back to Manage Worlds. Hold on. You need to see Hank, because I made Hank. He's real sad. He's real sad because his house is very poorly decorated. But we made Hank. And we are going to... Here he is. We're gonna build some Bear and Breakfast locations in The Sims. Is the music playing? I see that. Yes, okay. So I swear to God, everything was messed up. This is his winter gear. So I based his outfits off of the clothes that we can find in Bear and Breakfast. And I just kind of used a random sim that popped up. I didn't do too much with him. I did make him hairy because he's a bear. And he's got his t-shirt, and he's got his shorts, and he's got his trucker hat. And I think that's the extent. His name is Hank the Bear. And so he has his everyday, his formal. All of these are based on clothes that we can find for Hank in the game Bear and Breakfast. So, you know, sleep I didn't really care on. That's his party gear with his little flapper, his like flat cap, which is adorbs. And then I realized he has like eyeliner on in a lot of these, which I didn't notice before. So if he's wearing guy liner, Hank's just going through something. But I left his hat on. You love him? I was hopeful. Yeah, there's his guy liner again. Hank. We're not going through an emo phase. My goodness. And then his cold weather, I actually have two. So this is his puffer jacket. And then I gave him the festive sweater and the closest thing we had to a flap hat. Which I wish they had a regular, like, flap hat. It's the rain bear sweater, exactly. So we did the freezer bunny one. It was like the closest thing I could find. But yeah, I mean, this one has a deer on it. I don't know if that one works better. I think I liked the other one better. This one worked, and you did good. He's awesome. Good. So this is Hank, and we're going to build some Bear and Breakfast locations with Hank in The Sims. And I figured the first one we could start with is Winterberry, which I had the hardest time finding like pictures of it outside of the game. I should have gone into my game and just like screenshotted, but I found like this one, which gives us the layout. So let's go in. We'll go in and build mode because that's how we're going to work it anyway. But I figure we could try to set it up like an actual bed and breakfast because with the getaway system, we have that. So from this, you can kind of see it's a really weird shape building where we have this long L piece and then this one here. I did as close as I could with, you know, dimension wise. And I did actually like completely build them. So we have some dormers up here. Like that. We have the little workbench in the center, because why not, you know? And we'll build some paths and stuff, but we'll make it look like something. And I just did a front fence because I didn't want to go all the way around because I pretty much went to the edge to give us space. This is a 50 by 50. So the only other, it would have been like 60, what is it, 64 by 64. And I don't think there are any super big lots in Mount Komorebi that would have been in the snowy part up here in the woods, which is what I wanted. So this is where we get to do it. And if you're interested, I will save this one as the shell, the Winterberry shell. I'm going to save it to my library. And then we'll just pop it in there. So this is Winterberry from Bear Breakfast shell. Boop. Okay. So we have it here. It looks kind of cute. I mean, like, I feel like people could put that in and decorate it up if they wanted to. So we'll save it to the library. I used a lot of Horse Ranch, and I used a lot of, what did I use a lot of? I think these are Horse Ranch, some base game. This is Adventure Awaits. So if you want, if it's too hard to have all of those random things in, I can put a base game version up too, if people really want one that they can work with. So you guys will just have to let me know. But this is what we're going to work on today. We're going to try. Now, the unfortunate part is it's not exactly the same scale, right, as in the game. Because if I would have made it super thin, I feel like it wouldn't have worked out right. Though I think this, I might want to make that just bigger. I feel like we have the space to, so we're gonna do that. And that way it might not be quite as, yeah, I like that better. Okay, let's get these grids gone. So I'm hopeful that this, where are you? Where? Undo. Where are you? Okay. Anyway, I'm hopeful that we can get a good chunk of this done, but you know how this game is. The hardest part is figuring out our floor plan 90% of the time. But I want to also stick with the needs of the actual location. So we're going to have to fit at least one kitchen. Whether we decide to do a kitchen in each, we can do that. I think that would work better, actually. So or we could have one kitchen. They go to one location to cook. Who knows, right? So a kitchen, a dining room for each building, bathrooms situated so that like the bedrooms have access to them. I'm not really worried about that, but bathrooms and bedrooms, and a lounge and a movie theater. I think a movie like room were the main needs for here. So let me also just paint the upper level, which I think I forgot to do. I'll have to reload. I'll fix it before we upload it to the gallery. And then the window placement, of course, we can change that as we go. But there's it at night. There's some lights out front, but they're not great, you know. I hung some lights on the pole here. This just was like perfect. This was from Horse Ranch. I thought that was just like the perfect entrance for there. But yeah, so we have to do that. I think my goal is to try and make this actually a functional, like, space. So we'll have kind of an entrance hall or something. And yeah, I think we'll do 2 lounges. So we'll do a lounge in each, a movie place in this one probably, and 1 kitchen. Oh, we need also a utility room in each one. So we're going to try and stick with the bear and breakfast needs, right? So that's the goal there. So with that, that's what we're doing today. Anybody got any questions? Anything fun to add? Do you want to see something different? I kind of want to make it functional. I want to make it a getaway. So maybe we'll set a schedule too. We'll put some hot tubs in there. But I figured by pre-building, we would have a little more time to try and get it done on stream together. So I think first thing, I'm going to try to figure out where we're putting our utility rooms. And should these be functional utility rooms? Who knows? My thoughts are do it under the stairs here, or have a bathroom and then the utility room here. So this is what we did in our other one. We just had the utility rooms kind of here, but I think I'm going to actually put our utility room back there. We could even put laundry in the utility room if we wanted. That could kind of be fun. I mean, we got to make it work for Sims, not necessarily like bear and breakfast stuff, right? So we could have a laundry in this one. Maybe 1 laundry, 1 central laundry. Would that suck? Laundry per. All right. So we have our floorboards. We can also move the doors, but I do think the doors are pretty well situated. We have 1 here and 1 here, but we can change them as well. Let's get out at nighttime. Who wants nighttime? And I kind of want to leave the trees. So, because I think that works. You know, we can kind of move them a little to give it a little path situation going on. We'll play with it. We'll play with it. Yeah. All right. But Hank is on site, living with us. So let's build a utility room. I don't know what kind of walls we should use. My thoughts were like these kinds of walls to keep it looking cabiny. You know what I mean? Could probably even keep that right there. So we have that. Maybe get rid of this window. Put that in there. I have a few lights scattered about for us, but I think that'll work. And then it's a big space though, right? So if we made this a little bigger, we could definitely make this like a laundry room of sorts. And the utilities. What kind of utilities do we want? Is that in appliances? Miscellaneous. Let's kind of take these down for a minute. Oh, a horse trough? Could we put that in? Should we have horses? I went in to... I've been creating a completely blank save. So I've been going in and deleting every single household and house that's in like a file, like 1 save, completely blank. The amount of horses people were like adopting is insane. So are there ones that are like, if I put these in, right? Because I feel like this is kind of what I want in here. I want this to be like that. Maybe the water heater can go on this wall. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Then the electrical box can be right there. And then this light should be one of those like hanging lights. I don't want it to be junky. We're not making it junky, but like, you know, not that one. I can do like this one. I don't know. Or the simple like these things, like these old school. Is that a kid's light though? Why is that a kid's ceiling light? Why is that so long? Is there a shorter one? We're jamming. Like this would work. The trouble is because I did the normal, like the lowest one, it's gonna look so weird. Should I just make it higher? Like this one's the higher one. Hold on, let's take a look at it. Because I made it lower thinking it looked better. It looked more cabin-like. I think I'm gonna keep it low. If we run into it too much, like trouble, we'll go to medium, but let's find the right light. Where's the little... Isn't there a square one? Like this one's not bad. This is just a little too not industrial, like commercial. Oh, this one. This one. That's the one I like. That old school. I had that in like my childhood home growing up. This one though, like that could work. That's not quite low enough, right? That's not quite low. You hit your head off of it. We'll put that in the other one. This one's going to be the nice one that has laundry and stuff in it. So let's move this here. We're going to put some appliances. Where is my laundry? We also have like air conditioning and stuff, which is fun, and radiators, but we're not going to do radiators. So this is the washing machine. We'll do like 2 washing, 2 drying, and like a counter in between or something. Just for funsies. Maybe like this one. This one's from Snowy Escape. I think that could work. Should we make them like the really dingy white? Like, think about when you go on those cabins. Now, why does that one look different? Come on. I mean, it's fine, but come on. They're all the same swatch. So we have that. We can do... Are we spending time in here? Yeah. We sure are. That's what we do here. We spend time. And we deal with the constant nose runningness of all life. Okay. Let's just sort by... It's going to be easier, right? To just do by laundry day and find all the little things. Yeah. There we go. We got that. We can even put like 2 of them up. Maybe some extras. There we go. Does everybody play with laundry day stuff? Should we put some of these in? I feel like that could work, right? Like, you have like an ironing board down here that you can come and grab if you need it. And then they have those wall shelves, right? Oh, the broom. Absolutely. We would need the broom. Can put that like right here. We'll have to put on move objects soon enough, but that's okay. And we need a door. Oh, I was like, that's not show all. It is show all. It's because I forgot to put all the things in. Like, we could put a cabinet in. I don't think we need a cabinet in here. Do you know what I mean? Maybe just like these little shelves. Like this. Yeah. So people have stuff to come down here and they can do laundry, and we have the, you know, utility closet. It's an interesting build already, isn't it? Oh, the slop sink. That should probably go in the middle there. Oh, that's a good, I mean, we can fit that right under here. Like that. And then you just have those couple of things laying down. I think, yeah, because we have move objects off, so that should work. You know, that should work. Should we use this one? Or this one? If we use this one, then we could get rid of this and put something else up there. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Do we have... We should put this outside. I don't think it works in the winter world that we're in, though. But we can put... We need a door. Okay, let me cut this off and grab a door. What kind of doors do we want to use in here? I usually lean towards these ones. So I feel like they're a good everyday door. But do we have one that's like a base game? So that if people did want to download this and use it. So like the simple one, but do we have something? Simple single. What's this one? Simple single ranch. Okay. Okay. Let's put the bookcase door in. Here, wait, let me put on move objects. Once the Sims stops trying to fix their game and I can put mods in again without having to immediately take them out with every little update they do, then maybe we'll put some mods back in. I don't know. I appreciate them working towards finishing. Let's go with like a color. Let's look at the colors. I'm thinking like just stick with the dark brown. So we could put this one that looks more utility-like on there. So it doesn't have like the bathroom watch on it, but it does have the little kick plate, which kind of makes it feel more like it's a utility door than an actual door. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty much that. That's like the easiest one we could do. I think we keep the wooden floor or we change it to like a concrete in there? Oh, masonry, metal? We could have a metal floor or like linoleum. Oh, the sweet, sweet linoleum flooring. Stone? I mean, that would work. Could you imagine? I mean, it kind of works. Maybe that one. Give it a little something. And then we can put the laundry baskets in. And I don't know, I guess it would make sense. You would put them in each room. I don't know how it would work on a getaway because I know when I usually put a laundry room in, I put the basket just in the laundry room because they immediately, all the clothes fall into them. But if it's a getaway, I don't know how it works. Like if you have a laundry, we're gonna have to test it. So we'll leave the laundry basket out of here and put it in everybody's rooms. and see what happens. Let's just test it, you know? We can turn this off. Do like the blinds. Why are they so big? It's like you have to size them down in order to even work them. You know? The heck? Why is it so big? And then you can't alt place anything. Dang it, Sims. You know what? They've been working so hard on like the stairs and the family tree. I want a curtain overhaul. Dang it. Give me a curtain overhaul. Like, this is ridiculous. Why would that go there? Why would that happen? I mean, I know that I alt placed the window, but did I? I don't even think I did. That's not what we're using. Okay. Let's turn off base game. We gotta find something that's gonna work. Like these ones usually. You could do like the little... like this. My mom loved a cafe rod when I was a kid. In our kitchen, you know? Nostalgia, my friends. Nostalgia. Alright. It needs a plant. It needs a plant. Not a great plant. Just like a... no, but you know. Like a little plant. Like we could put even this guy in there. I think that would work. Something to make it look homey. Go with the red. Why not? And then let's pop some... we're only doing this one. Then we have to work on the floor plan. Don't let me get stuck on details like this. We're never going to get done. Okay. I want some towels. Something on the shelf here. Like a basket. Something, you know? Yeah, like that one. And then, aren't there like towels? Put some just for me bath basket. What is that? Makeup essentials. I haven't even looked at half the stuff that like came with the packs I recently got. Insanity. I don't feel like these canisters, like, I feel like that's very kitchen, right? A bucket? Here, we'll put a bucket by the... just over there by the heater there. They have these laundry baskets, but I don't think we need those. For like the towels, which it's gonna annoy me that they're not right there. I could put some like folded laundry, like somebody's using the place, waiting for their laundry to be done. What's that one? Fancy folding basket. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Look at the things you find when you look around. Dude, why did I go past the top? Oh, okay. Puzzles. Got these. I don't know why I'm looking for towels, but I wanted to put some towels in there. No towels. Sorry, don't exist. They're in miscellaneous, maybe. Toilet paper. Kind of put like... what do we want here? Not a hand towel. Love how the miscellaneous section just has miscellaneous in it, for sure. I could type it in. I'm not gonna. Suffer. Suffer through it with me, friends. No, that was mean. I'm sorry. You don't have to suffer. Do you think if I went to the bathroom and clicked on bathroom stuff, it would immediately show up? Think it's just a me problem? I feel like it's a me problem. It's not a you problem. That's... It did, didn't it? Look at the son of a... Don't mention it, okay? I'm just gonna set that one there, but then we're gonna take it out because I just wanted to be able to throw that in there. It's not a you problem. It's a me problem. It's an everybody problem. We can put this up there. So, like, on this one, maybe? Don't give me that look, Potat. Hey, Potat. I meant to ask you, do you know that Twitch has a Discord channel for like mods and stuff? Where they can like... Hello? Like give input on things? Yes, ma'am, I'm in it. I was wondering, because I caught the tail end of Twitch's live stream yesterday when I was like signing off. And I was like, oh, I wonder if Potat knows about that. I figured you did, but I wanted to make sure. I'll just check in. Do you get a lot of good info from that? I'm my own mod. Does that count? I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, no problem. You know how it is. We look out for each other. I want the hand. It's like a wall thing. This thing. This is what I wanted. Yeah. There we go. You don't look at it too much. That's okay. That's fine. You don't have to. You can put some like pipes in here. Not those pipes. Aren't there better pipes? I feel like there are better pipes. Why do you want to put... I'm just being ridiculous with this room, guys. I don't know why. Just getting into it. This is the non-functional. Okay, we want the non-functional one, right? Fully operational. I'm gonna put the non-functional one in, and then if we do a playthrough with this, or should we put the functional one in? How about we do the opposite? We'll put the functional things in and see if it messes up our gameplay. I don't want this. I do want a pipe. Like, can I just type in pipe? Will it... Not these pipes. That's the art of HVAC. I don't need this one. Oh, they're so big. I guess you could put them outside. We have a smaller one? No, we don't have a smaller. Dang it. I just wanted a baby pipe. Boo. Okay, fine. All right, we're gonna call that done for right now. That's basically just utilities and laundry. So now we're gonna take this guy, and this is gonna be our other utility room. So I'm gonna put this on this wall here. This one, I'm not sure we might make big enough to hold a laundry, but I think it might be better to just have one laundry. Although, it probably would make sense to have multiple laundry facilities. I don't know. We'll have to decide. For right now, it's gonna be our kind of... This is the base, you know what I mean? Right there. We're gonna give them some space to breathe because I don't think that would be set up like that. Then we'll do that, like that. And then we can put the door here for right now. We'll situate this one later. So I'm not sure. This is like the hard part about figuring out what we're gonna do. I think this might be the dining area, at which point we might put our door over there. And then have our utilities kind of along the back wall right? Sure. Sure. Make it make sense. I don't know. We could do it that way. I feel like you can still work with them. And then we'll grab our flooring. Do that. So the one thing about doing a build like this is you can do a lot of copy and paste. We definitely have room for laundry in here, but for right now, we won't. Now, I want to make this... I think I want to make this kind of the... Well, let's do this then. Let's just make it a little bigger. We'll give them an actually nice space. I want to make this kind of a nice dining area. Not sure how I want a hallway to work, though. Okay, so then you kind of have... We'd have a door. Bookcase door. No. I want to use the bookcase door for the secret bookcase. I like this bookcase door, guys. It's so much better than the other bookcase door. Let's compare. We have this door. Where is the other one? Like, I think I've bypassed the secret bookcase door so many times. I actually think it's a locked one, right? Yeah. It's this one here, wait. Ignore gameplay. Unlock. Not unclocks. Entitlement. Okay. So if I click. Boop. Hold on. I have to click out of it. Boop. Boop. There we go. Where did you go, door? Where's bookcase door? There it is. Look at this. Let's compare. Compare. This is the one we got with... Oh my gosh! Oh, hey! Let's see if it works.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Thanks for the 5-stream streak. And your coffee order. Your coffee is here. No more milk? Yay! How's coffee doing? Oh, thanks for the hug for chat on this cold day. Yeah. Oh, and you got Potat's coffee. Her cocoa coffee hazelnut creamer, half and half with a mint chalky chip muffin. But let's compare. Here's the OG secret bookcase store that came. This is base game. And now this is base game if you did the event. Compare the two, my friends. I like it. I like the update. Very nice. How's your day going, coffee? Like, we could do it like that. Instead of making it super... Well, I mean, I guess we could do it the opposite, right? Okay, let's play around with our floor plan since that's what we're doing here. I would probably make this a door. Hold on. It's door! Potet is an agent of chaos? We all know this. It's in her bio. And if it's not in her bio, it should be. Just saying. Coffee usually goes well with milk, though. It does. I put cream or milk in my coffee. Speaking of which, let's have a drink. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is do this here. I might fit a small bathroom in here. It's such a weird layout, right? But Like, let's say we did it like this. Just like a community type of restroom area. And then keep this as a hallway area. And we can have bedrooms. So how big would we make these bedrooms, right? We could do like a weird kind of thing there. That's like the weirdest shape for a room, right? I think we would have to do the weird kind of cutout area to make this work right. Oh, you did nothing wrong. Are you sure you did nothing wrong? Is this too weird? I feel like it's a weird shaped area, right? Like... But we're trying to do... So we could do it like this. And then... like this. Would they each have their own bathroom? That's the question I'm trying to give myself here. Or would it be a shared bathroom experience kind of thing? And then we could like mimic this over here. Right? And yet you did it chaotically. Truth. Maybe these ones you share bathroom. Or we could just have this be bathrooms. Like... Okay, hold on. Let's think how we could do this. Scooch this way. Then this is a bathroom for each thing. Do we have a billion bathrooms? Sure. And then this can be kind of the lounge area. Oh, we need to have a... This was going to be the dining room, right? Is that what I said? I think I said that. So we would fit, like, some stuff in here for dining and whatnot. And then this could be a real big lounge room area and, like, activity room. And we could kind of do this like that. It's weird, but I'm not sure I hate it. Okay. Do we, or we could make this kitchen dining lounge. Right? Like that. Hmm. And then we could always do this sort of thing where we mimic that and take this wall out. Hello? Game, work for me. Wait, work with me here. Like this. And then we'll have 2 rooms in here. I guess we're kind of making it exactly like in Bear Breakfast. And then we could have, they could each have their own bathroom. This one can be kind of a community one. All right, let's see. So let's use, what did we say? We wanted to try and find a good base game door for the insides here, right? So let's do that. Figure maybe what we work on is let's get our floor plan for today, right? Hello, tree, go away. Let's put the tree inside. Get the floor plan. We'll put placement furniture in, and then we can decorate. This is going to be kind of a little series for us, I guess, like a random one as we play in between things. Base game. All right, what kind of doors? So normal doors, we'd have like this one. My only trouble using like the base game stuff is it's just not as detailed as some of the like pack stuff that we've gotten. So that one's a little more detailed, so I like that. This just looks so flat, and it's probably because it's like OG. So we could do these ones in like that dark brown, maybe. I like that one better. So we'd have that. Could do a double, make it real like special. I don't think we'd have a double for like their rooms like that. Unless it was a really nice one, but so yeah, I think the single door, let's use those. So let's do that one there. And we'll do this one like we'll do it here. So it's not like too close to this door. You know, let's be realistic. And then for their like bathroom, it's gonna be a nice big bathroom. We can always fix that, but you know, we can make it nice. We got nice big rooms in here. And then we'll put, imagine this would be your like place you would come to go on vacation and stuff. But we could probably fit their laundry baskets in here and see if that actually is going to work. I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure how that would work with a getaway. So let's just throw, it kind of has to be that old school shower. These ones like seem too new. We could use the vampires one. I don't know. We could do a shower / tub, you know? And then we need to fit a toilet. I'm gonna leave that. We'll put it against the wall. That would make sense there. Oh my gosh, Potat! You leveled up your lurk. Wow. You're now a snuggle bear with your 75 blankets. What does that mean? I don't know. That means that you've like, I added ranks to the amount of like things you're collecting. So now you're a snuggle bear. Congratulations on your snuggle bear status. I put it at some, I'm going to tell you honestly, I put it at something I knew you would reach rather soon so that I could test the alert. Don't at me. Sometimes we have to admin stream in certain ways, okay? That's how we have to do sometimes. I'm not sure on this. This bathroom is like giant sized, but it's the way I think it's gonna work, you know? So I'm gonna put vanity, probably toilet here, vanity here. I know I could hide the toilet. It's like, but we can put it there, and then we can put the vanity kind of. We're just putting like placeholder stuff in here right now. And then we can throw some laundry and stuff in here as well. And that's nice. Give me that face. Look at me that face. So we gotta do what we gotta do, my friend. Anyways, back to sleep I go. She hit a button and she's like, God, what happened? What did I do? I was sleeping. All right. It's all right. They're a little grouchy. I think the windows are gonna go up. Yeah. I think it makes more sense that they would be a little higher, right? My windows go almost floor to ceiling in my house, and it's ridiculous, and I hate it. I wish we had, like, not ginormous windows. So it makes when, like, I'm looking at the Sims stuff, I'm like, those windows seem so... They're giant. We have, like, big windows. Natural light is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love the natural light. But when we have, like... when we have tornado warnings and, you know, things like that that go off, and I'm looking around my house like, there is nowhere without a giant window in this house because it wasn't built for that. Not the best for it, you know? We have had, as of late, we've definitely had more tornado warnings than we used to have, if that says anything. We've had a couple of actual, like, small tornadoes touch down close by. Close enough by that when we get the warnings, I now make the kids go down to the basement with me. So, you know, the world really is ending. Oh no, don't say that. Don't say that. 1 minute, guys. Oh, yeah, it's, I mean, definitely the weather is getting crazier, you know? I mean, I remember for a while, it was like a few years ago, where when it would storm here, like rainstorm, it would be like literal flash flood level rainstorms, where I remember I was driving out to my sister-in-law's and the road literally was washed out in front of us, and we had to, like, pull off into some parking lot and wait for, like, the water to recede enough. But it was like, those were the storms we were getting regularly. But yeah, so as much as I enjoy the natural light, like, I still put lights on because I'm blind and I need light to see. But for the most part, I think our house could be... we could leave the lights off forever and I'd have natural light. All right. We have a communal bathroom and bathrooms for these rooms. Let's put a toilet in here. We have, maybe this can be kind of a storage closet for, like, games and stuff even. Doesn't have to be a bathroom. So we're just gonna throw this in here just as a, you know, kind of keep us what we're thinking here. And I'll throw a door on it. I'm gonna throw one of these doors on it for right now, because in my mind this is kind of, yeah, utility wise. So then we have this one. I think I'm gonna set this up as a kitchen. So there'll be 2 kitchens, one in each thing. And I think the trouble is it gonna be... So if we try and set this up as a getaway, right? Is it going to be a pain in the butt that they're going to all of these different kitchens? Do you know what I mean? Or is it gonna work out? But I do kind of like the idea that if you're playing as a sim that's in this house, you'll have stuff close by and you don't have to traverse over to wherever this one is, right? So, I mean, I guess you could use these as even rentals. If you did it with, like, for rent, you could have like spaced it out that way. I don't know. That like we're just kind of building. I'll put the shell up on the gallery. I would love to see people play around with it. We're gonna throw some random things in here. So I'm thinking more like this is gonna be kind of open area. And we'd have kind of like, you can have a little space for people to sit at the counter here. Right? We're gonna have a coffee bar, maybe like somewhere over here, I feel like. Something there. We'll move our windows so we can actually have what we want to have. Just throwing all of this is placeholder, guys. Don't worry too much. It's a little coffee bar. And then just tables in here. I do kind of want to put some kind of fireplace in here because I feel like in these areas, maybe not in this one, maybe this one would have kind of like one of these things in here. I don't know. Like something to heat the room, right? So we could do that one. We could do the vintage cast iron. That could go in the rooms almost, like, you know, like a little heat source in your rooms. Yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna play around with it. Let's just throw things in the rooms for now and we'll play with it. But keeping the door here, I think that's fine. And then over here, I want some kind of heat source. So I'm just gonna throw in this just to tell myself that's kind of what I want in there. And then I think we'll also do the same thing on this side. Yeah. And that means we can put some chimneys in. So we have one there, but I feel like maybe now they need to go. Those things drive me nuts. Come here. Like in here, right? Like that. It's probably not centered. Yeah, it's not centered. It's not centered. We could use the smaller one. I kind of like that one though. They have this one. This baby one. What if we did that? Hold on. So like, and one more. Leave that there for funsies. But we could put these little ones in here. They're a little more low profile. And we can take this guy out. Maybe this guy comes over here. Why do they go in the air? I don't know. They just do. But for like the utility room here, and then we could just get rid of this. Like that, maybe? Not horrible. Not horrible. I am gonna save. I did make the change. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have like a whole new collection of commands that people can do, but I think I don't remember if I did it yet. I took the save off of the channel point, maybe? Felt like my channel points were just getting like it was so many to look through. But you can just hit exclamation point save and you don't even have to spend money. If you just want to spend money, spend points. If you just want to hoard your points forever and a day, you can do that and you don't have to worry about it. So go away. Hello? Let's go away. Okay. It's not going away. But yeah. Okay. Why will it not? Hello? There it is. The little X was gone. It was gone forever. So if you ever want to tell me to save the game, you can just tell me to save the game. Do we like that? I've kind of missed the higher one. We could use like this one instead of the other one. But I do like that one. I don't know. I don't know. Let me put this back. We might end up taking this one out, but I like the idea of that, and this makes sense because that's where they are. Points are for spending. I know, but there's enough stuff in there. There's enough stuff in there. And I figured it'd be fun if you guys just had stuff you could do without spending points, you know? Like there's a hype one in there. Y'all can just exclamation point hype. And you got some hype. You get some hype emotes. And then, you know, there's the puzzle one. Those are all free. I don't like making people spend money on things. All right, I'm gonna go around. I want to use this light, I think, in a lot of the areas for right now. Points are for spending, but nobody spends them. Except for coffee. Coffee's always spending their point. And then in the hallway. These are going to be more in the, like, main area. But kind of want to give us a good place to be. Boop. Trying to streamline things. Okay, so I kind of like that. I'm just leaving these drywall for right now to show the walls that I did build. But I like that. And I think that works. Now this one doesn't have like a check-in. I feel like over here, we're gonna have the check-in counter. Probably this one would be the main entrance, which that seems so silly. But I think it makes the most sense with this space to like have this utility room, and then we can have like a bathroom here. Kind of a little public one. Because they're all gonna have separate ones, but like they'll have their own, but we can have something like set up with like a baby changing. We could even put like the potty chairs or something in there. So if people needed them, they would be there. I don't know, but we got ideas. We'll put a door on that. We should make the doors go the same way. So like, how does that open? Probably like that way, right? Yeah. How does it go in? Goes in like that. So does the door go in that way, right? I don't know. My brain. We'll make sure the door handles are all the same way, right? Okay. So far, we've got a floor plan. So then we can do, this can be our entry area. We could do a wall here if we wanted. And then I think it would still have these doors in it because it's cold and you're gonna want things to be like, you know. Then, all right. I'm gonna think I put bedrooms again over here. Right? So like a couple of first floor bedrooms. Maybe. Because we could easily just have bedrooms up here. We need a lounge room in each one. So I'm almost tempted, and a kitchen and dining. So we could always have this be kind of kitchen in the corner here and dining. So if we did something like this, right? Although I guess it would make sense to have like some kind of hallway between. What happened there? Oh, I'm in the room one. I got it. I got it. I got it. Some kind of like hallway space, you know, like a common area of sorts. That seems weird, right? But you could put like ski stuff in here. Because if you're at this one, you would probably have. Well, that was unhelpful as heck. Snowy escape was unhelpful. We want to just show all. Show all. That's not all. Snowy escape. Hello? Oh, ski. Good lord. Show all. Thank you. So I think they have the little like. We could have. Do you know what I'm talking about? You could like hang up stuff in here. Boxes, apparently. These things. The little like ski. Although these would probably go outside, right? This is more. Is that like exterior stuff? You could have that. Maybe. I feel like we're going to be using a lot of adventure awaits in this, which I hate, but also I bought the pack and we're going to use it. Table. But like you could have like this kind of stuff. There was a a playground. Could we put a playground up here? Hold on. Let me take Snowy Escape off. I knew what I'm looking for. Not that one. Free weights. A bonfire. Aw, we could have one of these in here. That'd be kind of fun. Let's put this in here for right now. We're just throwing things around. Like a little butterfly thing. I feel like that's the kind of thing you find in a lobby of a camp area, you know, like the terrariums and stuff. It's not the one I was looking for. It's not what I was looking for, but it's what I found. This stuff. Like you could have communal like equipment, shelves and stuff, and imaginary friends. I don't know. What do we think? I don't know. So the thought was then we'd have this entrance down here too, though. So maybe this is somebody's private, like, cabin area. Maybe that's just like a. Like. What's the word? You can make like a 2-bedroom one there. That's an idea, right? Give them their own bathroom area. Because I know there's going to be bedrooms up here. I was planning on this being, I think, the movie, like one of the movie rooms, or yeah, something like that. They don't have to be giant. We can figure this out. Put a door up here. Right in the center. Scooch this. Grab a fireplace. Because you would have fireplaces in these rooms. Oh, we can't use that one though. We'd have to use... Because I'd want the TV above it. We can't do that. It's like this one. That's so small. Base game. We'll go base game. We can make it kind of fit in. You know, it's a little different than the other one, and that's okay. Now I could make the TV fit on the horse ranch one. Could use the adventure awaits one. Anyway, so we're gonna do something like that. Move the giant TV. Big ass TV. Something like that. I feel like we couldn't do that then in here, right? Like, maybe. I don't know. We're kind of like, we're randoming this stuff. It needs to have some kind of heat source in it. Have it over here. I mean, we could just throw it in somebody's room. Do they have central heating? Who knows? Who knows? And then this could be another one of those really big rooms. Like we could just take this whole section here, like that. And then we could do communal one. Like this one can be... It's like a lot of space up here, right? Like... The idea is, I guess, these ones are more like 2-bedroom ones. This could probably be a communal bathroom of sorts. Because that way, if you're somewhere else and you need to use the bathroom, I'd want this to be open to public. I don't know how we're going to run this. We're going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to figure it out. Like, I guess this could be, or that could be their own bathroom. Like, that could work like that. And this could be a room, a smaller room. That's kind of what we have downstairs, as long as they have their own bathroom, right? And then this could just be like a bigger one. Maybe. I'm gonna put 2 beds in this one, so I know what I'm thinking. It's a double room, right? And the one trick I did learn when I'm doing a getaway and I want to have a lot of Sims, it's a weird thing, but like you have 2 spots, and unless you have a married couple, that's not gonna work. So what you can do is get like 2 of these and just kind of pretend. It's silly, but you know, it does work. Like if you wanted to make sure, you could have them the look of that, but this is only going to be 1 sim, so we'll leave it that way. It's a trick you can use if you want to, though. Yeah, like that. Okay, so then this one would be like a double room. And you can kind of situate that however you wanted to. I like the fireplace being in the center because that's where this is. So I'm just going to leave that there for right now. Oh, we did want to add, I should add some lights into these dormers and some walls to those. So let me do that real quick while I'm thinking of it. While we're up here, grab that siding. These are not usable space, unless you wanted to build them out, but I did not. They're just there for show. They're just there for show. So we want to put some lights in there. Just because. Now we could use the little light bulb one in this one, I think. Because then it looks cute, because it's hanging down. When you see it in the window, you know? We'll also do the flooring, and then I think I did all the ceilings already, but we'll double check that. So, do that, do that, do that. Okay. Ooh. Lovely. Let's see. Yeah, then those are just kind of lit. Not super bright. I guess we could get a better light in there. Maybe. Ta-da! Look at that view. Wouldn't you want to stay here? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Lovely. I want to go on a ski trip, guys. Let's go. I don't know how to ski. But I know how to sit in front of a cozy fire with hot chocolate. I can do that. Put me in, coach. Okay, so let's try to figure out, should we put a different light in here? Something a little, like, brighter? What do we got? I could put the camp ones in, but I feel like they come down so low. Put the... Yeah, look, it's on the ground. It's down there. Did we not have a lower one than this? Now, I would imagine that they would be in order. Of course we do. Why would it come after? Why all these ones go in order and this one's like, here you go. Why is that one? Never mind. I don't know. That's just, I don't know. The world may never know. There we go. That one makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? I don't know if it's brighter. I don't know if it's brighter, but we can test it. We can put one in the middle here and make it just brighter up here in general. It just might not be easily seen. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. Let me grab these. We will try it. Doesn't hurt to try. Gimme. Thank you. No wonder I can never find it. The little one is more expensive and for some reason hidden. Hidden away. I'll put it closer to the window too. And that might help. That one's good. I like that ambient lighting that you can get just from having like the windows in your house lit up. Something we did a lot with our like Christmas village we did when they were just empty shells. Let me give that a save because I'm noticing the jittering. So if you haven't saved for a little while, go for it. All right. Let's figure out this floor plan. So I don't mind this. I think this could work. Let's put some doors on here. So let's kind of map out what we're doing. Let's grab this door. Go back over here. So let's say this one goes to this room. And this has its own bathroom. So, like, you know, this is this room's bathroom right next to the movie room, which, you know, whatever. And then this door can be for this one. We could always bump this or like just do this like this a little. I know this is just extra big, but it's kind of the way it's supposed to be. And then we could shift the door down and put the bathroom in this kind of entryway area. And then this would then have its own little seating area over here, which we could put that there, have a little couch set up. This is like a suite, kind of like, you know, bigger suite, you know? All right, let's start with that. Where's my lights? Where's my old light? Hello, light. Again, why is this light so expensive? It's down here. I don't get it, but that's the one I want. For right now. Okay, okay. We'll change them out later, but... So then... Yeah. Let's take that grid line off there. I don't mind this layout. So then each one has its own bathroom. And we can put the door there. I think that works. We could probably keep the fireplace central. You know, have a couple of chairs in here. What do we want to use? Let's do... Like, you could even put another whole bed in here. Like, if you wanted to make this one a giant room. Put, like, bunk beds over here or something. I was probably gonna put, like, a desk or stuff. We could put, like, the little love seat in here. Little chair. Like that, you know? And then have... I don't know. I feel like they always have, like, desks, right? So, surfaces... Have, like, a little desk. Something over here. Storage closet, you know. We're placing random furniture to give an idea, but then we'd have to have dressers and stuff in here too. They don't need them, but we're trying to make this work, right? So do you put, like, here's the question that we'll have to ask ourselves. Most of these, like, if you go to a place like this, you're gonna have, this is a placeholder. They're gonna have, like, TVs in the rooms, right? Oh, there's no TV. Yeah, fine. They have, like, little, you know, little TV. Hello? Oh, you don't want to go there? You don't want to go to there? Like a TV there, you know? Do we want to do that? Because I think you can lock the door for a certain sim, right? I'm not sure how that's gonna work. So yeah, we're gonna have to try to figure it out. I'll just put that there as kind of a maybe. We'll do a maybe for that. But I like this upper level. So this is gonna be our, like, movie room. So we're probably gonna want like some big couches in here. some comfy chairs. What do we think? Like these big comfy guys, like, you know, like this. Like kind of got like a movie room situation. And then I feel like we could probably put maybe like a games table. Would that be a creative? Where would the, like, we can put, we'll just put this one in as a placeholder, but like we could put the chessboards. That's probably in creative, right? Activities. Knowledge. Like you can put a chessboard. Yeah. Not in there. Chessboard. I think there's a games table, right? Little massage chair. Hello. Oh, there it is. Yeah, like these kinds of things where you have like little games table. What might be helpful is to have like a kids section over in one of these where you have like kids toys and things like that. Which maybe we do that down here. Okay, so if we consider we have a double one here, why don't we do something very similar? So we would have another double here. Because I think that would fit just fine. You know, you could do a double and then have... Are you like in the wall? No. Like, I don't mind them having their own little entrance, but maybe we put, like, we can shift this tree over here somewhat, and then we can put another main area entrance here, like that, and then door here, and maybe a lot of like walls, but I feel like sometimes you have those kinds of situations. You can put this somewhere. Do we want the butterfly cage somewhere? We can have like gear in this place, you know? And then this would be more of a... I'm just looking for like an archway. Hello? Archways? I have to go down. I have to go down. There we go. Like an archway in here, like that. Right? Kind of like that. Maybe. Here, we'll grab our lights. So we have like a little bathroom, like a family restroom. This is kind of your check-in area slash laundry. Probably kitchen, dining. And then we could do... Not that. Not that. We could have another kind of... room? Here? Okay. I'm tempted to just make this another big, like, personal room. I'm thinking. We're in thinking mode, right? So they could have doors everywhere. So door here. Then let's grab a door. Doors. This is how we floor plan, right? So then in here, there would be a room, and there. It's not the best layout, but it works, you know? Now we want to do this. We can make that a bathroom. Now, or we could do, like, this is a lounge, but I feel like having all these open spaces and, like, doorways kind of work in these wintry cabins, right? This would be our kitchen / dining. Let's get rid of our butterfly thing. We'll just get rid of the butterfly. All right, let's grab that. And like this one just could have its own little private balcony area, you know? This could be one giant cabin. Like if this is the owner's cabin, right? That's also possible. But then there's not a lot of bedrooms in this place. 1, 2, let's put some beds in, hold on. Like I like the layout over here. I think this one works. Okay. Then I guess the idea with this one, maybe this door goes away like that. Well, no, because they would need to have access from here into like common areas. So that's the thought for there. And then this one's a little small. I'm not sure I like the layout, but I think it works. So it's like a double. I mean, instead of this being a room, does it make sense to just do this? And then put their door here? And I kind of like the look of that from the front. You know? Does it then make more sense to have this be a common area? So then what we could do is put our kitchen in here. I feel like we could work this out differently. Just like add a bit of a, like that throughway. We need this to be common, this to be common. This is just our main entry area. Unless this is our main entry, which is what I think I had it set up as in the actual Bear and Breakfast. Like, this is the reception. But this can't be a bedroom. This to me has to be like main entrance. And then this is just a hallway. And then we have our 2 common areas and then more bedrooms. We could make this slightly smaller, although you can't really. Right? We have our movie room. We need... Well, we only need 1 lounge. Technically, that's where that could be. So this could be just kitchen dining, and we could have another bedroom in here. That might work better. And then just keep the lounge where the lounge is. All right, maybe we like that better. Fit more bedrooms in. More Sims. Stop it. Thank you. So then we could set up this room kind of to be the opposite of that one. Have another door here. Keep this one as like a larger suite at the end here. An end unit that you would book that would cost more money. You know? We'll figure out where the bathroom's gonna go in there. I'm thinking probably right here. Like right here. And then yeah, you'd have that and that. How would we do our bathroom? No. Is that kind of what we want to do? Oh, undo. I don't like doing that. It messes up the outside when you're trying to, like, paint things. Alright. Let's just undo that for a minute. Undo. Get away from me. Go away. Okay. I want to fit 2 beds in here. I want to keep that the way it is. They could always just have a bed on either side. I think the bathroom's gonna do better in this corner, which probably makes the most sense, right? What do we want to do? Nice big bathroom. Get rid of some of these windows. We don't need all the windows. Then they'd have just kind of their own private thing here. We got our beds on the wall here. Many, many windows. And then where the heck? I mean, that would make sense. I mean, you could put the bed this way, though. Maybe that's the way that works. And then you could have kind of a little baby fireplace set up over there. Baby fireplace, where are you? Maybe like a nicer baby fireplace. Which one did we use? This one? It looks like, I think it's the problem with these low walls is sometimes these fireplaces look a little crazy, but you know. Then you'd have that. And did I mess that up? No, I did not. Okay. Bathroom. And then you'd still have space for other things in here. Put the bathroom right there. Like a desk or whatever. All right. So I like that. Okay. So yeah, that works because then that gives us We'll put this bathroom here. Take the door in here. All right. This one's a little bit bigger. That's okay. So then, like, we could make this check-in / lounge area. But my thoughts are, you know, you got your front door. Maybe like your check-in desk somewhere over here. I don't know. We'll just put a random desk there. It's not gonna work. It doesn't work that way. But we're using our make-believe brains, right? We'll put this one in. No. I need just a desk. Is there like a... Yeah, front desk, like that. So we have like a little front desk area here. We could even... I mean... I like having the doors. I think that makes the most sense, but I think I'm gonna move that door that way. Like that, what I want to do? Maybe. Maybe. We could put the reception on this side, but then you'd have to like walk past it to get to the laundry facility. I guess that makes sense. And then there's just like a bathroom, you know? And you could have a couple of couches in here as just like, you know, you're waiting for people. I don't know. This make-believe place is driving me crazy. Like, put this in here. I like the Johnny Zest one. Is that the... No, that's the industrial, but like Johnny Zest's works so well in these kinds of builds with like the wood and everything. Or like the hipster hugger. This one, I mean, I guess it works. That's Adventure Awaits. We'll put it in there. But this is just kind of like your reception area. Then we could move the door back, and that would make more sense. We kind of have like a collection of stuff you can use here, and you could have like 2 doors here. You know, that's fine. A little convoluted, but that's okay. And then in the back corner here, it's going to be the kitchen area, I think. Right here. Or we could do away with that door and have the kitchen area here. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, what do we like better? Let's see. We could make a cutesy kitchen. It doesn't have to be a big kitchen. We can do... I need kitchen. 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 There we go. So like similar to what we did before, pop some of these guys in. Maybe that's how big that is, right? Take one out, throw in a refrigerator, past all the debug stuff. Why does it do that? I don't remember it doing that before. Anyway, throwing in a fridge. I don't quite like this fridge, but we're gonna throw it in there for the time being. And then I'm almost tempted to have kind of a half wall situation. Kind of right here. Maybe. Like a little standard half wall situation. Like that. Yeah, this is kind of... I guess the idea is, are you making yourself food in here? Or is a staff making food? That's what I need to figure out. Like in this one, it's very much just make your own stuff, right? Come out, cook, We'll have some tables, whatever. You know, very cutesy. This one, if we wanted to, we could do the same sort of thing, right? So you could have... This is such a weird... I haven't seen much gameplay from this pack. Which pack is that? The Adventure Awaits one or the, where you're doing the getaways? Where did it... There it is. The getaway stuff. Yeah, I feel like people just kind of stopped playing with it. Not... Well, I mean, you know, more packs came out. All that stuff. It's not gonna be... I guess it's just like a big common area. Does that make sense? Maybe we put the kitchen on this side, though. Yeah, okay, wait a minute. I like playing with it to try and figure things out. Like, I had this idea you could use it for if you are doing a freelance job or something, you could create a work getaway, like an office area with all the skill building you needed for that job. And then you could try to work it like that. Because then you could go do all your skill building and maybe have other Sims there as well. I thought that'd be kind of fun. Maybe we'll try to build one. I like the functionality of the getaways. I think that some people were just like, it wasn't quite what they wanted from the pack, you know? But I'm not, I don't know. I'm not as picky about it. All right, let me do this. Hold on. I like trying to work with it, you know? You work with what you're given. So if we did that, if we did the... I'm happy to do more getaway stuff, though. So we do it like this, right? Like that. And then we could still have kind of like these on this side, right? So then you've got some seating there at this little area here. And then you could do some little tables. For me, the royalty one wasn't really something. I think it's like the pack features are what sell me on a game, right? Like if I can see myself utilizing it on a daily basis or a game like oh, this is not gonna work. It's not gonna give us a lounge too, is it? I mean, I guess it will. We can put like couches in here. Hmm. We fit. Maybe. Did you get Adventure Awaits, Murky? Have some couches. Throw a couch in here. I'm just not sure how I want to set this up yet, so we're just kind of playing with things. Nah, I'm well off The Sims currently. I actually wanted these login events, but only logged in the first week. Oh, I think there's a way you can, like cheat for them. Maybe. maybe if you go on the gallery and grab things. Let's grab... this guy. Okay. Is that like... yeah, that's centered, right? Okay. Yeah, I wanted the... I love that there's a new aspiration that came with it. I understand everybody who's like, why wasn't this part of the royalty and legacy? But I enjoy that they... I don't know, I think the idea of you had a new DLC pack come out, but you gave also to the base game people something that would work with that, so you don't necessarily have to get it. I don't know. I liked the idea. I think they were trying something different with it. I don't know. But I do like, if legacy and royalty feels empty, I could understand that also being annoying. I want to be able to create like coffee bars. We have to have a coffee bar in here. I don't think it's gonna work here though. You know? Maybe over here. A little like coffee bar situation. Gotta have a coffee bar, guys. Oh wait, what if we did an end one? Yeah, like that. I'm surprised you're not more interested in the Dynasty system as a legacy player. It looks cool. Yeah, I mean, it does look cool. I'm not gonna lie. But it's a lot of packs that come out, and I gotta kinda think about how much I'm spending on these all the time. I don't know. I think that's enough tables in there. They're not gonna sit on these. I like the update that they did for the family tree. Like, I thought that that was kind of cool. Like, nobles and commoners, whatever, but dynasties, yes. Oh, yeah. I think you're 100% right with that. I think I just honestly, when it came down to it, I wasn't super interested in, like, seeing royals, like people with crowns and slightly crazy garb wandering around in my save. I was a little off-put by that, if that makes any sense. Kind of takes me out of it a little bit. I think I understand what they were doing. They kind of leaned into it being more of a modern royalty pack. But I don't know. I don't know. Unless they're letting us use it as a French Revolution Eat the Rich fantasy. It's not the current vogue. Exactly. 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 I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not deep role playing here, but I definitely like it to have a little bit of stuff in there. So coffee bar there. Should we just have the espresso machine, you think? I think that'll work. I don't know if they'll use it. I figure they will. Yeah, but I think that would take me kind of out of the fantasy of it to see all those guys walking around. I was watching, yeah, because I was watching Gluon play, but he was doing his pirate one, so it kind of made sense, but I don't know. Personally, not what I want to see. Do this. Maybe like this guy can hang out in the corner there. And there. No, that one doesn't work. We could do this. We're just doing placement. The cast on his pirate crew is so good. I want to download them. I love the bearded lady. That took me out. I was like, that's amazing. I'm so glad we had a bearded lady. That was perfect. Okay, kind of like that. Of this guy just like alone in a corner. Sometimes you don't want to sit with everybody else, you know? Have just kind of like your loner corner. Is that weird over there? Maybe that's weird. I like a loner corner, but you never know. You never know. All right, we need some light in here. So this is kind of like our take on the kitchen slash lounge room. I think that works, you know? It's like a common area. You come down, you can sit, you can enter it from this way, then you can get to your rooms if you are in here. So we have 1, 2, 3 here, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have like 7 bedrooms in this sucker, and I think that's pretty good. And then we'll have like another lounge slash game room. Maybe we'll fit some kid stuff in this one. That doesn't like, I don't know. I feel like this one should have the kid stuff, but maybe, I don't know what we would do. We can put kid stuff in the rooms. I don't know. We'll have like puzzles and games tables. Not really toys. But we can also have some stuff up here for the kids. So I think that'll work. Maybe like some little art tables or something out here. And we're gonna have to figure out the window placement now that we have the floor plan. I'm gonna give this a save. Did you watch last night when his pirate died and he came back as a baby? It was my favorite thing ever. It was perfect. And then we need to move some of our trees around slightly. Just to give some space for any paths we would create. And then this one I think is going to have a porch on it. Because this is going to be like their little private space. Like that. Maybe the paddock fencing. I mean, maybe we use this one. Then this guy has their own private area. We could extend this roof a little to kind of come outwards like that. And then put in, I don't know, like, we'd probably use the round one, right? Like that. And then this needs to come just a hair further. There we go. So then they have their own little private deck in that cabin, you know? He was having a struggle between the storyteller that wanted to off the pirate and the streamer who wanted to possibly keep the Let's Play going. And chat is like, there's a game mechanic for exactly this situation. Exactly. I love it though. Yeah, he could totally rebirth that. I think it was well done, you know? I don't mind keeping a Let's Play alive, right? It's not exactly where it should be, but it's close enough. And then this one needs a little... Like right in here. I'm gonna leave this here. We'll just pretend that's where it is. He needs to download a mod for a baby beard patch. I was surprised people weren't immediately CC hunting for him, because that was absolutely necessary. Let's give this a save because I think we have our final floor plan set, which, yay. Now we can kind of work on decorating and fixing all these things up. There has to be a baby eye patch, honestly, right? There just has to be one. All right, so now the fun begins. We build a giant basement. No. Should we put another little porch area like right here that kind of connects these two? Or maybe just like a small one here. Like here. Right, like that. I know we need to flatten that. Yeah, we should probably do that on this one too. I don't know why those start up. Does anybody know why that starts like that? That seems weird. Like the floor's not up inside, you know? All right, so we could do, and then I think we're gonna add, so we have these little wall roofs. We can, not the wall roof. That made sense. You guys know what a wall roof is. An awning that we could add on. Didn't we have one from a horse ranch? We have one from like Seasons that we could add like that. And we can make this smaller to kind of match it like that. Maybe. Big sea creature with tusks. Yep. Yes. There has to be, you know? I don't know if that might be in the way of the door, right? I don't like that. I don't know if I want to do that one. Kind of want to stick with like this look. I mean, we don't necessarily need that door anymore. Unless you wanted to bypass going into the through that way. But we're gonna add another porch area over there. Right here. Let's see. Should we do the whole thing? Or like in one? Undo! What was that? Goodness. Alright. What happened here? Undo. Give me my platform. I do think it should be probably that size. Maybe down one. Like that. And then we'd probably want to build the roof on this and put like a little thing on there. I'm sorry, I was far away from my mic, so if I sounded really low, I apologize. Like that. And then we can grab... I actually think I like the way this one looks, so if we take this roof and make it a little smaller, and then if we just pull the eave out like that, we can actually remove the ceiling and have it kind of looking like that a little bit, which I like a little bit more. Right? Yeah. We're gonna change the doors out eventually, but For right now, they're staying as they are. We can move these windows. I think these windows work, though, for the vibe. I'm not going to change the exterior. I want it to look kind of like that dark log cabin situation. But I like that there. I like that this has its own thing here. And I think we might end up adding a small porch to this side as well. Although I kind of like how it looks. I don't know. If we do this, just a very small one, maybe? Just like, maybe even just right here. Like that. And then should we put these in? Because I don't want it to go the whole way, you know? And maybe it would have to, huh? I don't know. We'll play around with it. See what we like. It's like just a tiny little step up. I think that looks silly, right? Maybe we just take these guys out. And then it just looks fine how it is. Hmm. We'll figure it out. We could just leave it exposed to the elements. Just like that. I think that's okay. Then it just has its own little porch. We could put the awning like we have over here on there. If we don't think that looks horribly stupid. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan. I don't like it. I don't think there's gonna be one I like. Like, that's not horrible, but it just doesn't... I don't know. Doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right. Like that one. I feel like it would have to go... Which one did I use? All the way across. For it to make any sense. Yeah? Like... And then, why wouldn't you just put your own roof on it? Alright, we'll figure it out. I'm gonna leave that like that for right now. Maybe make it just, like, smaller? No. Put that there. Go in. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that looks better than anything we've put on there. This one I don't mind. And I think it's because it's on this side of the roof. Right? Like, it just looks like a continuation of that. Oh, which reminds me, we should add that there. You can't tell, but it is different. All right, so there's that. And then we'll have like, we have his little workbench, which I love that he has. We might have to move it though. Maybe over here we'll do some kind of cutesy like woodworking area for him. A little skill building area. I think adding like a little outdoor like area would be great. The trouble is here in Mount Komorebi, I think it's, you know, it's winter and you're not going to be outside. But maybe we'll put some kind of fire pit situation somewhere that they can come and sit at. Yeah, like right in the center, little fire pit. Okay. So I think we have, yeah, we have the whole layout done. This is why I pre-built it. And now it's decoration time. So let's look at... I did these cabin wall interiors. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to live with that much wood. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's bad on certain walls, but maybe not every wall, right? So what would go... Oh, and we could use the ones from Adventure Awaits instead, which I think might not be as busy, right? So if we did something like this on the inside, I think that's a little bit... I can handle that. Like, this isn't horrible. I just don't think I could do a whole room in it. Not the whole room. Do you know what I mean? But some well-spaced areas. Let's see, do we want to do the whole side here? Like that? Maybe. And then something on the wall needs to be like paint or tiling or masonry even, like some brick. We could use the brick. So they have the Adventure Awaits brick. If we want to just make this straight up Adventure Awaits. But I think I was leaning towards using something like the Horse Ranch kind of brick. Let's see, is there a... That's kind of an accent. There's no horse... Oh, it's stone, excuse me. Something like this. Yeah, and then this... We could do... Would we do this? Like, to me, that's too much of the wood, right? But we could do like a paint or something along. We'll just do glass. We'll just make the whole thing glass. The glass getaway, right? Let's go. We could do wallpaper. Little Adventure Awaits wallpaper. I do love the stuff that came in Adventure Awaits for these kinds of builds, I will say. When you're doing some kind of like retreat or you're doing some kind of like cabin build, I do like what they gave us for that. I think it's really like, I don't know, I love these wallpapers. I feel like those are going to be more useful in like the bedroom areas. Does that make sense? I wonder, would this be too much? I feel like it would be too much. Oop, not that button. Yeah, I feel like that's too much. I think it may be just a paint, right? Some kind of color, like a green. We could go with like a really deep green situation. I love a good green, guys. My kids often ask me, like, you know, when somebody asks you, what's your favorite color? It's more than just green. It's like the tones of the green, you know, all green. Okay. Okay. I'm kind of liking that. Do we want to bring this over here? Like that? All of this is placeholder. Don't get attached to it. Don't get attached. We could even, like, remove the windows. See, this is like, they should be down here, right? At counter level. Does that make sense? I don't know where windows go because my windows are too big. I think they should be there. So if we put this centered, right? Roughly centered. And then this is just too much wood for me. I'm not going to do that. We need to find a good countertop. So I would use these I think they would work well for like the coffee bar situation. But I'm not sold on all the empty shelving, right? We could use the cottage living ones. But again, it's a lot of like wood on wood on wood. Not that these aren't all wood on wood. I feel like we need some kind of different countertop to help us along the way. I use these shaker ones so much because they're just a simple, clean kind of thing. But is that too much in here? I don't know. Like with that, would this work? Just gonna... Alright, let's try a couple of different ones, right? So we could do a black countertop, or we could do this one. We could do the white. I don't think we want to do the white. I don't know if we want to do that light one. Like that. We'll put a couple in. We're just testing the waters. You know? What other ones do we have? There's the industrial ones, which... they're not bad. They're just not for this one. Like these island ones, I think, could work okay. But we definitely want a matcher. No. I don't think the island ones, the cargo, these are also a good, like, old school kind of... like, not completely modern, like this marble here. You get that little backsplash situation. Okay. We can scoot this back a little too if we want, right? That just gives more room for like some tables and stuff in here. Okay. Which ones do we like though? And then there's also the tall order vintage ones. Let's see. Which ones do we like? I don't know. Not this. We like that. That. Trying to like kind of match them up so we can see. Yeah, I don't like these as islands. I definitely want it to be like full on. What do we like? I mean, there's this one too with the kind of darker, but I think I want to stick lighter. Not that? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take these ones out. I don't like that. I know I didn't put a good color in there, but I think this tone works better with what we've got going on. I didn't mind the other ones. Did these ones have a darker swatch? Which one was that? The vintage one? Wait. Which one is that? Undo. What are you? The escargot. Do you have a darker swatch? Oh, that's that one. Are those the same? What's this one? Oh, that's the Simply Shaker. Oh, okay, well. So we have that one in that shade. And the question is, what do we like better? I honestly think this right here with the little checkerboard. Kind of fits, right? Let's get rid of that fridge. Oh wait, we'll leave that in there. Is that the right one? I don't remember. Nope, 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 nope. That's not the right one. Okay. Bye-bye. This one. Hello? That one. Okay. Then what we would do is like 2. And then like an end one here, and an end one here. Like that. Make it a little bit, looks like it fits there. Now, for our refrigerator, how do we want to do this? I think we want to put in, what are these? The escargot? Tall order. Wait, is there not one that goes with the... Do they not have... Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, what the heck? What do you mean? I think using this on either end is kind of helpful. Because the kitchen doesn't need to be that big, and it kind of frames it a little bit better. I don't want the fridge against the wall. My refrigerator is against my wall, and I dislike it. I dislike it. So I think we're just going to use the base game one to try and keep ourselves, you know, from getting too crazy. Do that. So we'll move our thing down there and then put our oven here. Oven? And we might make this not a full tall cabinet, but let's kind of work. We're working slowly. We'll do our matcher there. That means we can take this out, put this in like this, and we can do like a tall cabinet situation here, here, here. Beautiful. And then we can do like little ones. So we kind of have a kitchen. Nice. And then we can put plumbing. I was like, what am I putting in? I realized I have money that I'm spending here. Crazy town. Let's go base game with our sink. Maybe this one right here. Let's put the silver in for right now. Put it right there. Yeah. Okay, so there's kind of a kitchen area. Let's think about... What's nice is once we get one area done, because these are like, you know, cabins that you renovated at the same time, you can kind of play the copy paste game a little bit at least. Oh, island ones. Not island. So what do we want to use? So we have these guys, which I think worked. I want something comfortable looking. Like, that's kind of comfortable looking. Maybe the adventure awaits. Maybe it's just like adventure awaits land in here, right? I do love it. Like, they look a little worn, which you would probably run into that. Some of them are a little nicer. I don't know, I kind of like that first one. So like that. It adds a little, it brings a little color into the place too, right? Like that. Yeah. I think that works. I'm gonna move this. Should we try to play with spandrels? I do this every once in a while, and I'm not sure if it's actually gonna work though. So we'd have to put the wall back here or here. So like if we did it here, unfortunately, I don't think it would match up perfectly. But we can do, yeah, like they don't match. So we can't do that. Okay. I took my chair away. Darn it. Okay, there we go. So we'll just put some lighting. We'll put some lighting features over this. What kind of light? What's in my inventory? A chair. Okay. A chair? I'll grab some coffee. Let's give this a save. If you're working hard, if you're lurking hard, and haven't saved your work or taken a little break yet, make sure you're taking little breaks. Take a little relaxed moment. Chill to the music for a while. Let's see. Yeah. All right. I'm liking kind of what we've got going on. I think that works really well. We have to figure out the flooring. We have to figure out a whole bunch of stuff, but I think it's working. So we want these down at this level. Right here. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I can work with that. All right, so okay. Better. Bring our light down a little bit. We'll put a different light on the outside, but you know, that works. Put that in the center, right there. I feel like there would be two. I feel like there would be one here. And maybe this one wouldn't be here, and it would be like seating lighting, you know? All right. Let's take this out. If we're gonna have a cutesy coffee bar, we're gonna have a cutesy coffee bar. And it's going to be like this with maybe like some shelves in the middle. Maybe. Like these. Oh, if only they could fit right, but like we can fudge it a little. We can fudge it a little. You know? We can pull in like, there we go, like that one. Just get it right in there. Yeah, that works. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's no need for it to be perfect. And then we can put these here, like that. And then we'll be able to put our appliances on there. I'm like tempted to fit a microwave in here. Like if we put this guy on here, because like here are these places, I feel like there would be a microwave, right? And then maybe it's just a regular coffee pot instead of the espresso machine. And you have those two things there, right? Okay. Flooring wise, we're going to make the kitchen something separate. Do we use like the same stone we used in the utility room area? And then do we do it like this? I kind of want it to be like, I know that's so much space in there though. We could add another layer of these on the back end, you know? Or not. Well, we'd have to do it this way. Wait a minute. I don't like double layering my... Oh, seriously? It's not gonna match up? Okay, fine. Never mind. I don't generally like double layering my stuff, but I don't mind space either. I don't know. Maybe like move that forward like that. And then what if we took this like this? I mean, that could work, right? I don't know what kind of floor I want to put in here. Not the slim cabin floor, because that has like the slats that you see through. You know? Like this one's... No. That's like... I mean, that's definitely renovated wood. That's like... Which one are we on? Properly planks. So we can do something like this. That matches perfectly, though. Look at that. That's off-putting. Off-putting. The entire thing is wood. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what it would look like. Have you been? I've been to like cabins that have kind of looked like this. I feel like we went to one in Tennessee and it was kind of very wood on wood on wood. But I'm not sure if I can make it work. So we'll see. Let's see what we can do. I like the flooring. It's not horrible, but I don't like that it matches that like so perfectly. Like we can leave these in here like this. Let's give it like a little hearth sort of thing. That could work. I just ruined the rug thing that I did. That's annoying. Because I get sidetracked. Don't we all? Somebody has to talk me out of this wood on wood situation, okay? I need a big rug. Not that, no. I'm thinking it's gonna be Adventure Awaits, isn't it? Like these aren't bad. Oh, it's a baby rug. The ones from Horse Ranch aren't bad. I'm not sold on the colors, but not bad. Let's get rid of this. So we've got a bunch of rugs we can use. What do we want to use in here? I don't want it to be like too utilitarian. I feel like that could work in like this sort of area, you know, where you're coming in. Not necessarily the greatest, but I don't mind this one. Oh my god. Go over. Let's go overhead. These ones are fun. Something big like that, maybe? Oh, what about these ones? Okay, hold on. Here, hang out. We're just gonna put all of our many rug choices in the little rooms. I'm gonna get rid of that one for right now. It's not the size we need. This one's a nice one. That's the Adventure Awaits. This one's not horrible, but I feel like something like that, maybe. This one has just a plain, like, gray and blue swatch, or even the plain white swatch that works. This one has a lot of nice Ooh, flowers. No. That's not bad. It's not quite what I'm looking for, but it's not bad. We'll leave it on that one for right now. I think the white one works well enough. Why is it always so hard to find the perfect rug? It's probably because I'm looking for the perfect rug, right? Like, if my brain would just let me pick whatever. These ones are from, I think this is the newest base game drop, which has really nice swatches. You know, like some really great, useful swatches in this one. I don't know, I'm like leaning towards... I don't know what I'm leaning towards. Do we want this one? Just have the like super cozy, warm vibes of that there. Put a couch situation in. Maybe. There's a cough drop in my mouth. I'm so sorry, everybody. Gotta do what you gotta do, you know? What kind of furniture do we want to use in here? So, I do love these. I love all the stuff on those couches. Like, that's almost too nice. Okay. Let's just put some placeholder stuff down. I think this might be too big as far as what we're looking for. Let's see. I'm sorry I coughed on your face there, guys. Oh, are these rugs you can make? Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. Okay. I haven't played with nifty knitting. What about just using... Come on, rugs. And then there's this one that's too small. I feel like this doesn't have... Oh, sheepy! Oh, that's cute. That was cute. Like, do we just do the adventure awaits kind of thing? And like, we pull this in. Do we not have this floor come out this far? Like that? That might be what's throwing me off as well. Yeah, I think that works better. Placeholders, friends. We're kind of just trying to get our bearings. I don't know, the stupid wood on wood is growing on me. Ugh, okay. It's growing on me and none of you are saying anything, so it's probably gonna stay that way. You know what we have to use? Where is it? Where is my lamp? I can never find anything I'm looking for. My brain is just like, no. We're not gonna show it to you. What? Where is it? There it is. The advent. This one. It's like the perfect resorts like lamp situation. I love it. It's perfect. Perfection for this build at least. And then I think we would probably have maybe Do we want to just do chairs here and then like a chair over here? Or would we do like a love seat? Like what would we do? So if we did the love seat, we could use the adventure awaits stuff. Have a little love seat over there. Would we have to use, we would maybe have to use the couch that goes with? Maybe not though. I feel like you could mix and match these kinds of sofas. Maybe. With the right one, right? Because it's still got that woodenness to it. Like that one. No. What are we doing, couches? Go away. I think this one works actually better. Could pull that green and that red in there. Playing around a little. See, that's too dark. It would have to be like this one if we wanted them to work together. If we wanted them to. I think it's okay to play around with the furnitures. Because, like, this one doesn't look like it works with this one, to me, you know? Trying to get those wood tones to match. Could do something like that, but then it's Christmas. We don't want Christmas. So it would have to be that one. And I feel like this one looks more comfortable, like with the armrests and stuff. I don't know. I don't know, friends. I don't know. I don't know. Do I have my sound on? I do. Okay. 1 minute. Breathing is fun. We could always do 2 of these. Like that. Instead of a full sofa. Have this and then do like a cozy chair in the corner here. Like that. Move it, scooch it back a little. Give some space there. Like that. This one would have to come in a little. Maybe. I feel like that works. We could get rid of this guy. And then tables. Where are the tables? Tables! So we'd have like a couple tables here to sit at. And maybe even like, so in this room we could have like the games tables and stuff. So this room's mainly just for like eating and gathering and whatever. We can put some like stuff, bookshelves or whatever. Do it like this. Like that, maybe? I don't know. We're still figuring it out. I naively thought we would be able to bang this sucker out in no time. I'm so slow. It's alright, you guys don't mind. I'll do like that, like We could still have stuff in here, another table, but it's okay to have space. Right? So you don't want to have too many tables. You want to just have it spread out well enough. People can still get around. All right, I kind of like that. I do feel like we need something in this corner. Like, do we need this lamp over here? And then like a side table or something over here? What side table would we use? A box. It's the right size. We'll keep the box there. Like, we could use this one. See the difference in this, though? Like, we could use that. I'm not sold on that one. Oh, this one. I want it to be square. I don't think I want it to be like... This, to me, should be in the nightstands. Like just as a nightstand. That's a nightstand, right? Yeah, that's not a side table. That's a nightstand. These ones aren't bad. That's a good size for a side table. Let's get rid of our box between this one and this one. Have to have the right color wood, though. And that's going to be the tough part. Then we'd have just wood on wood on wood. It's wood on wood violence at this point. Okay. We could do this one, but that doesn't fit in. This one, it's like, it's too big. That's like a nightstand too. Get out of here, nightstand. Get out of here. Like, there are some that are specifically, that's like a nightstand. And then there are some that I'm like, that's an end table. I like that, but I think it's like they're all just slightly too tall. Do you know what I mean? That one's lower. Like, if we put this here, it would look funny, wouldn't it? It's too tall. It's too tall. Could use the one from Snow Escape. It's just, they're so wide. Okay. So far, this one's my favorite. This is how everybody decorates, right? Okay. Like, that's not too bad. That's a better size. This is how everybody decorates in The Sims. Is this why people don't like decorating or building in The Sims? I don't like that color. That's too orange. That's too light. No, it's not gonna work. I think it's gotta be this one. But then, like, what color do you use? This, like... The only other one that I use on a regular basis... Oh, yes. That's not a side table. That's a box. It's not a side table. Oh, I love it, but no. It's not gonna work. Not gonna work. The only other one I use on a regular basis is... Let's see if I can find it. This one. I feel like this is the perfect size for an end table at your sofa. Because, like, it's not super high. It's like the right size. I just hate that I always use the same ones, you know? The swatches are killing me, though. No, I may not find my dream end table. What am I gonna do? Don't let me build anymore, guys. This is ridiculous. We could just use the appliance one. Okay, will this one work? Could we get away with this? Alright, hear me out. That's so big, right? Like, it's giant. Especially because we have, like, a small sofa here. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Like, that doesn't fit at all what we're doing. We'll just use the Magic Realm one. That'll be great. They're also big. Alright, so I think that our best bet is this one, and we're just gonna make it work. Okay? We'll put a lamp on it, call it a day. But do you understand the struggle? Do you see what I'm talking about? It's okay if you don't. Okay, so we could do these things. Kind of match that yellow shade in there. Kind of like that, because it just keeps it, like, real simple. Alright, so then we have those there. We can have this right here. And then we need some lighting above the bar here. No. No. Fish. Fish light. The fish, this is the trouble. Look. Look how low that is. Give me more lengths. Do the stair rail thing with the lamps. Let me, like, you know how you can adjust the length of the stair rail? Let me adjust the height of my lamps. You can do it, Sims. You can do it. Alright, so these are a choice. They're not my current favorite choice at the moment, but they're a choice, and we're gonna put them in and see what happens. Not that color. Do we go with the gold? What the heck? No, I hate it. Okay, we could get rid of this. And then figure out, like, small lighting to do there. I don't like them. What do we want to do? I don't want it to be like... No. Well, what about the ones from Snowy Escape? Would they work? That's like a nice overhead light there. It's not super, like, bright. I think that works. Kind of keeps with that yellowish hue, which we can of course change, but for right now, I think that works. What if we did some kind of, like, wall light situation? Instead of, like, we could put in just one of these, just to give ourselves brightness, right? I try not to do that, because I want it to be more, like, lit on its own. But what if we did some kind of, like, wall light situation? Because you would have wall lights in a building like that, like a little building. This one gets no side table. It's just, we can't. But what would we use? No. Although it's kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. It's just not... I'm gonna sneeze and I don't want to sneeze. I didn't mean to just stop talking. I'm just gonna like just poke my nose until the sneeze goes away. It's not the worst thing we've put in here. You know? It does kind of go. Oh, why do I hate that though? All right. Why do I hate that it works? These lights are kind of, in my opinion, exactly what you would see that uplight situation. That soft, like, uplight that you would find. Like, these I don't like. They're so big. Oh, sweet candle holder. This one also works. Maybe it's this one. What do we got? Not bright white. No. We might have to stick with, there we go. I have this little copper friend. I actually liked the other one better. Did you like the other one better? Like, I don't like that. There's this one? We're just throwing things all around. Like this one, maybe? Just looking for that, like, little bit of uplight that you would have. I don't mind that. And then you would have it kind of at your doorways. Like emergency lighting, right? Let's call it emergency lighting. And then this is like afternoon light. It's still a little dark in here, but I think we can fix that. If we put another lamp in, like this, right? How's it gonna look? Is it too dark? I like ambient lighting. I try not to do too much like overhead stuff because like in these cabins, I don't feel like you'd have it, but maybe we would have overhead lighting over here. And we can kind of figure out what we want that to look like. So we've been using, where is it? This guy. We can kind of give it a little bit more of that warm hue. These are not final software either, so. Okay. I kind of like that. I guess we have to put trash cans in too, which I 100% always forget. So I'll probably put one like right over there. And I guess we would use, it would probably be like this, right? Just a very simple little can. We need outside cans. Outside cans! Before I forget, we'll put a little outside can in. I'm gonna put 2 in just for funsies. Or a dumpster. Oh, they don't go there. They go in the back. It's a hike, friends. Or over here. We'll put them on the side. It's gonna be a hike. There. Lovely. We'll hide it. Alright. Could put another door over here instead of a window. And a little, like, porch. Do we want to do that? Let me take a look. Do I want to do that? Do we like that? This is why we do things. Then we could put, like, a little platform on this side. Like that. Lower that. This one could get this little roofie. And we can just like slide it up in there. Like that. And then we have your trash out here. I don't know. We'll play with it. We'll make it work. Let's give a save. We haven't saved in a while. All right. Let's go in. Let's go in and see Hank walking around here and see how this layout works. And he should be happier now that we've added some things in. It would be fun to like actually play this rags to riches style and make him like work and run the getaway. All right. Who are you gonna... Don't chat with Lana. Who's Lana? All right. So we're gonna light that. I think this room works. I like this. I'm actually... Oh god. Go away. I'm not doing you right now. Go away. He'd be a great dumpster diver. He would. So where is he going? Let's see. Is he still uncomfortable? Poorly decorated. What don't you like? Hank doesn't quite like the aesthetics of this place. Too bad, Hank. Which TV are you going to, Hank? Where are you going? Is there only one TV? I mean, he can get around. That's good. Oh, we're choosing that one. There's a giant TV in the other room, but he's like, you know what? I'm gonna just come in here and sit. The choices, Hank. The choices. All right. All right. Then we have this room to do. We have so much to do. I hope you enjoy this, guys, because I'm going to be working on this forever. Let's see. I guess you'll have to let me know. If you're here and you like it, let me know. If you're watching a VOD on our YouTube channel, leave a message there and let me know there that you like it. All right, let me go back into build mode. Let's pull the flooring we think we're gonna use through most of this place, okay? Common area only. Bedrooms, I'm just not sure on, but common areas only are gonna get these floorings. Do we want it this way? Probably not, right? Like that? Okay. Oh yeah, I like that going that way better. Do we want to shift it? Like that. Okay, sure. Lovely. All right. So there's common areas. Let's go upstairs. Common areas only. Which way? Which way is the flooring going? The opposite way. Okay. Let's do this one. This one. And this one. Bathrooms. I feel like these bathrooms can be like that can be that way. Let's pick a different bathroom tile. Right? I feel like we would do something like a terracotta. Almost. I don't know. What are we feeling? I don't think it would be something like this, you know? I do think it would be some kind of stone. I like that one. I always like using these ones because I feel they look the most like commercial. Let's stick with the blue there for right now. We're just marking places. So this would be a bathroom. We'll change them as we go. But for right now, we're just gonna try and get as much done as we can. Once we figure out what we like and what we don't like, then we're donezo. I also have to figure what we're gonna do on here. I think this is gonna be the floor from Adventure Awaits with the... That's just, it's such a good, like, porch tile. You know, 'cause they did a really good job making it look like we can see through that. I think we're gonna stick with the lightwood for right now. So we'll put it here. And then shift it so that it's there. Yeah, you can kind of see it, which is cute. And then where else do we have a porch? Hello? No, there we go. This tiny little bump up. Sorry. I try to catch them. Oh my goodness. All right. So I think that works. Yay! Okay. These we need to change the color of if we're going to keep them in. Common areas only for these ones. And then we'll do different lighting in the bedrooms. Okay. Change the colors for these ones. We're not going to have two of those in there. And we can get rid of this guy. Beautiful. That can stay. That's like the entrance mat, you know? I feel like that's a good place for that. All right. So then yeah, you have like laundry, you have a bathroom. It's just kind of walkway here that you could probably put a little sofa or something like in here too. I think the sofa here makes sense because you're checking in. This would probably be more like closet space almost. Not too high. Yeah, like that. Bring these down. Like that. All right. Okay. Cool. We're getting somewhere. I always make this too, but I think what I'm gonna do with this bathroom is put like a changing table. Like this is like a little family bathroom situation. Where do you find the changing table? I would imagine it's in one of these sections, but perhaps not. Where the heck? Change. There we go. Yeah, so you have like a little changing table area in there. We could probably put like, let's see, not comfort, well, comfort. High chairs and stuff. So like you have a, if you bring your kids here, you have high chairs that you can use and just click and drag them where you would need them. Okay. Oh, wait, wouldn't it be kind of cool to do horse ranch? Let's see. It would also be kind of neat if we did something like this. Maybe like this, right? We could have like, a couple of high chairs somewhere. Oh, you can put them at the table? I didn't know that. Okay. Maybe you just have some extra high chairs hanging out over here in case you need them, right? We supply. And then in here, what if we did some like those like silly, but like you could do just some random seating where you could look out at the like the view outside. Not that it's not completely snowy all the time, but it's just kind of cute. I don't know. I'll play with that. Yeah. All right. Super far away from my mic. Sorry about that. Okay. We can kind of pull that in a little. I'd want it centered. I'm so weird. Okay. I do like this kind of wall here. Do we pull that in somewhere? What did we do? We finished this area. Do we just make this inside here instead? Like that? And then we could bring kind of our green in on this one? Maybe. We could do this. Like that. I'd almost think we could use this guy in here. Right? Like, not that one, but we find a good one. I like it there. This would have to change. We could do this in here and then bring our stone wall that we used here, not the cabinet. This guy. Thank you. Right here. We could do the stone wall behind the, like this, behind the check-in. Maybe like this guy here. Or this over here. And then we do some kind of cabinetry for our guy here. Some like counters or whatever. Chair back in there. Okay. We're getting somewhere slowly. What kind? Like we could use the, like these guys. Where's the cargo? This one. Because you don't see these, like, there's no dishes in them. So you could set it up as kind of like just storage right there. And then do a counter or a desk behind it. Is that the right one? Yeah. Have to find the right color, but if there is one that's gonna be a right color, there might not be. Do this. Come here, you. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. This could probably just be right there. Right in front of the door. Should we put a different front door on? Like, I picked this one as kind of a cabin door from Adventure Awaits, because it looked like the ones that were in Bear and Breakfast itself. But my brain is saying to pick something a little more fun. Hey, engineer! What did we get? Ooh, custom coffee order. All right, let me get that one set for you. I'll put it in my little list. 20 ounces of Colombian straight. I like it. How's your day going? Let's see if I can find it. Not the cocaine. The other thing they make, like Folgers. Understandable. Let's see. Let's take this one. We'll add it in while I'm thinking about it. Oh, I should make one too. You should. No guarantee you'll get it. But, you know, it's fun to try. There you go. Ooh, venti chai latte. Ah, typing is hard. All right, let's add Starbucks stand is present. Is that true? Are you a Starbucks stan? Let's see. Let's take this one. My list is getting insane. Murky meows. What are we doing? A venti chai latte with almond milk and cinnamon. That sounds really good, though. That sounds really good. Okay. They are in there. Good job. It's a sweet and spicy sugar bomb. It sounds really good. It sounds really good. Save. And close. All right, that should be updated in there. There's no guarantee you'll get it, but, you know, I like bombs. Don't we all? Get your daily donut. Get your donuts. Oh, you got the Mama Potats mocha frap. See? Everybody's getting the wrong things. Like this one. Like, does this work better? You got Kara's pumpkin spice and basic B. Like this one? I'm looking for the colors. Like, if I don't like these colors. Back down there. Now everybody's gonna try and get their coffee. See? I don't want this. Dad made this one. Yeah. That's the way it works, man. There's no guarantee. That's the curse of the thing with butter pecan. What syrup? I wonder what this what that does to it. Like a smoother, more vanilla taste, maybe. That's what I was thinking. I feel like I might like that better. I'm not gonna lie, because I have trouble with pumpkin spice drinks. They just, I don't know, they just don't hit. They don't hit right for me sometimes, you know? Actually, I think this should be this one, right? Like that. Some of these rooms are just going to be all cabin all the time, guys. Actually, there's a comma missing with butter pecan. It's like butter and pecan. Yeah. You know, all the important things you need. Straight butter. I feel like I've seen people do that. Real chunky drink. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't put past people to put straight up melted butter in a drink at this point. Straight up melted butter. You know, this one probably calls for a table. But we could put the lamp here. Like that. A giant flippin' table in here. Ew, Inja Mew. All right. Do we think this should be this? Like that? No, I kind of liked the door situation. I feel like it kept it more private in here if you had the doors shut and you could just kind of come in here. I don't mind this one being like this. Yeah. Oh my gosh. How are we doing this? We're gonna do this here. It's just straight up cabin. Do we just make it straight up cabin? Oh. Like that. It's not the worst thing. It's a thing called bulletproof or keto coffee. Is it? It's carb friendly. It's not heart healthy, that's for sure. You're right. Butter is related to milk. You're like, there's definitely something to that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Do we use this in here? Like that. We could probably like this. Could use these in the bathroom. Maybe. You want wood planks in your bathroom? Okay. This is a big wooden space. Just so you know. All about that wood life. Those dudes probably say, crab leg, I had blood flow once, then I took a stick to the arteries. I couldn't imagine drinking that. Oh my god. Could you imagine? We do something smaller here. Or like, I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. Use the little leaves. I wish there was just a plain swatch for this one. It's a nice size. The Skyrim joke, I blame Potat. Claiming the potat coffee, my goodness. That's too big. Nope. Nope. I know what size I'm looking for, rug. I need a baby rug. A wee bitty one. Like, that's not bad. I don't like the swatches on this, though. You know? I don't like it. Wood planks in the bathroom because where the logs... Exactly, it's where the logs are dropped. Yeah. Well, it's a cabin. We're kind of going for cabin-y feel. Don't worry, I'll be changing it. Like, that's the right size, guys. It's just not the right one. All right. What else do we want to put? We could do this one that's kind of like messed up. Like that feel there. That's kind of fun. They have one that's not messed up. Maybe that's the one we use. Oh wait, we could just use these. The Adventure Awaits ones, right? Like the trouble is I don't like the swatches as much. You know? I'm gonna go back. I like this one. Smash. Alright. Smashy smashy. No. I mean, it's the swatches, you know? Alright, where's the other werewolves one? There it is. The one that's not dirty. Musty. Musty and gross. We could kind of do this now. Go back to our little bear. Or even like this one. The fish. Which one do we like? This guy? Oh. I'm not mad at how this is turning out. You know what I mean? I want them to be like slightly different colors. There we go. So it looks like there's more there. I don't know if you can get skis from that. Is that actually like gameplay compatible? No, we can just make it an heirloom. So that's kind of a bummer. I love that Hank hates the decorations that we've put on this place. He's just like, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's like the worst thing ever. He hates it. What do we think? Should we go Adventure Awaits-ish? I feel like this one should go here. And then go Horse Ranch or like Adventure Awaits. We don't really see the like thing here. Let's kind of do that. It's the one that's the big trouble with trying to build and mount Komorebi is you can't see everything because it's constantly snow covered. right? This one should probably have a little porch too, right? We'll have to work that out. Let me do this part though. While I'm thinking about it, we're gonna make sure not that one. This one. That's on there. I'm holding in shift to make sure that it's only hitting like the space that I want it to hit so that we can be more discerning with our placement. Okay. Very good, very good. Let's move this guy kind of like back here a little. Nice. All right. Well, you know what? We're making a lot of headway. We got a whole floor plan and it's just decoration land from here on out. So that's fine. Do we do this here? Like, I feel like that works here, but we could, like, have two. Like... I feel like you have too much stuff, though. I wish there was a blank one. Like, you get all these swatches, but you get, like, a blank one of these as well. I guess we can put different colors on. Oh, show baby. Show baby. Can we make this kind of play with it a little? Kind of. They're not exact in their color, but there's so much wood in here. Does it really matter? So much wood stuff. Does it really matter? What kind of pictures do we have? Do we have anything fun? From, let's see, Snowy Escape, Cottage and Living, Horse Ranch, and Adventure Awaits are kind of the ones we've been using the most. Like this. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Where can that go, though? So it can kind of come in here. We could put this guy in here, like that. There we go. Some kind of fun stuff going on there. Let's find a little table for here. Like, I think this would work in here now. Right? We can go with... Bring some color into here now. We kind of got that going. Don't like that door, though. That's a bummer. Just need the right swatch color, you know? I don't know. We'll use it for now. Put this guy over here. Do a little double duty. Light Supreme is not super bright, but we'll put a better one in later. Can add... I'm gonna have to go in and, like, honestly change Hank's likes so that he doesn't hate what we've made here. Isn't that funny? Do we do two? I feel like if we do two, it might work. So that it's not completely, like, dark. We could probably have some more out here, but there, like that. Okay. All right, so let's give that a save. I think we'll probably leave this one here for today. I'm liking what we've got going on. We got a nice little floor plan. You know, we've got what we need. So we've got bedrooms here. None of them are done. We have laundry utility. We have some of those. Kitchens for both. Lounge areas for both. This is going to be another like lounge area, but it's going to have like kid stuff in it. This one's kind of our movie room, which we needed to have. And then, you know, we have more bedrooms here. We can go to our live mode. Let Hank feel better. What don't you like? My God. Okay. I guess we could try and test that everything works, but I'm not really. I think everything should work. There's no reason. Make what should we make? Make a cappuccino, Hank. We'll probably set this up like we did the other one in the other cabin area. We can make it an heirloom. It'd be cool if you could get an actual seat or something out of that, or a sleeping bag or something. We could put tents around outside. I don't think we're gonna do that. Hank's living his, but he's happy now. That's good. Okay. What else do we need to check? I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll need to figure out how everything's working. Then we have to see perform maintenance and upgrade. So I guess it's kind of cool that we could do that if we're like working this as an actual rental or as a getaway. But we've got our floor plan. We've got, let's see, did we have the actual like smoke coming out? Yeah, I love it. I love when the smoke comes out of these. To me, that's the only reason to get seasons, is you get the actual like steam coming from the chimneys. I love it. I'll take a little picture. But we'll be working on this one on the side. If you want to see this again, let me know. If this was like, meh, I don't like it, let's not finish it, you know, we can go from there. But it's kind of just a side project for us. And I think it looks kind of cute. I'd love to see other people's floor plans, so I will post this shell onto the gallery for people if they want to download it. And if you want to try out making a floor plan, go for it. Otherwise, I think we're going to leave it here. And we can, what are we doing? Let's see. We can go and raid that. Since I was lurking in her stream for a little bit before we started. So I've got the raid message if you're there. I am trying to be a good little monkey and doing more raids and raiding out and stuff. If you're hanging with us and you want to come over and watch Steph, she might be finishing. You know what? She's been on for like ever. Let's go to... We'll go to Zilla. She's doing a chill build. Alright, so I got her. I have to make sure I can actually get in there. Perfect. Alright, guys. We're gonna... Look, everybody's congregating. We're gonna call this one here. I hope you had fun watching this. I enjoyed trying it out. I think it's a fun little challenge for us. And I will be back tomorrow with some Sims in Bloom. So if you want to come hang out again, you can do that. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day, wherever you are in it. And I will see you next time. I hope you have a good day, guys. Bye.